Oh, for the love of yoga, I am here. My name's Mo, and I'm talking with my good friend Natalie Garay. Hey, Nat.
Hey.
Hey. So, pardon any background noise, God help us, but everybody's living their Zoom lives. And I just wanted to get down to the nitty gritty with my friend here because she is amazingly in tune with connecting the body, the mind, the soul, the breath, all of it together to make good things happen. And I started working with Natalie like 6 years ago, something along those lines, maybe longer
Something
than
like
that.
Mm-hmm.
It flies by. She was an Pilates instructor. I don't know if you still teach Pilates. She has held plenty of kind of like weekly conferences and workshops, helping us get, our mind, our spirit, hugs and kegels together. A little bit of old stuff from Nat. And she's also the creator and founder of the Calm the Fuck Down Theramist.
Yeah, I like your background display. It's a good display right there.
I know. I was actually going to do this from my closet, which is where I normally keep my spray, but the lighting didn't work. So your sprays are out of the closet along with
your tincture.
with my flower essence. So we could even talk about some of that. However, Natalie, I just wanted to ask you, what is it that you love about that combination of, it's very yogic to me, of combining your mind and your body and bringing it all together using your breath?
Mm-hmm. Well, I started teaching Pilates 17 years ago, and it came about, I was introduced to it because I basically needed a job. And I was introduced to Pilates during my pregnancy, my third trimester with my twin daughters. And eventually it ended up being the tool to help me rehabilitate my body. But on top of that, as a solo mom of three, it also helped me feel more calm, bring more clarity. So it was an emotional, energetic, and a physical healing modality. And then some years later, after my Pilates certification, I was introduced to flower essence therapy and learned more about the energy systems in the body and how movement affects those and can essentially get those flowing again, and how the two of them, and talking about the two of them and focusing on the two of them, is important. It's not just the body that needs to be rehabilitated after baby. It's also a lot of the energetic components and the emotional components that we need to look at. And so I started to combine the two into my practice. I guess it was about 8 years ago. And that led me to making the tinctures that you talked about. I was making a general one called Calming Remedy, and then I was making custom ones for clients. And that started off with an hour-long conversation. We would talk about what's coming up for you, and then we would talk about, we would narrow down the areas that we wanted to look at. So I'd usually come up with about 5 words, and then that we would agree upon, and then I would go into my magical essence lab and create a tincture. And then I also had I call them generic. I had a generic calming remedy, and it came in a cobalt blue bottle, and it was a label I printed on my own printer at home.
Oh, actually, no, this is the brown bottle, but yeah.
Yeah, well, the mist, the calming mist.
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
I misspoke. That's the OG, baby.
This is the OG.
Yep. Printed those on my home printer. And so I use those as complementary tools for my clients. I had a Pilates studio that closed last year, and I would offer those to my clients along with their physical rehabilitation. And then I guess it was probably around 2019 when a client friend of mine said that the mist should really be called Calm the Fuck Down. And so I loved it, and I reached out to a graphic designer friend of mine who then created a label. and I just ordered 200 bottles, 200 labels. I sold out that holiday season. And since then, I've been expanding it and growing it, especially since the studio closed. I've kind of pivoted from offering private sessions and like not offering the one-on-one anymore, but downloadable courses specific to pelvic floor rehabilitation, C-section rehabilitation, and abdominal wall separation. So TheraHappy is now a product company of therapeutic mists. I've got the Calm the Fuck Down is the #1 bestseller, first product. And then I created Go the Fuck to Sleep and Rise the Fuck Up, which came out in February. And I'm just about to launch a mini trio set of those 3.
I love it. I especially love the Rise the Fuck Up, because in the morning there's something very grounding in it. What is it that's grounding in it? Maybe it's the cardamom oil.
Uh-huh.
And you combine that with grapefruit, and it gives me that essence of coffee, like my coffee and juice in the morning.
Yeah, so a cardamom and grapefruit, they smell so good, and the combination is really good. And then it has so each of them has flower essences in them as well. Calming in the sleep and calm, of course, and then energizing in the Rise the Fuck Up, energizing flower essences. And so the Rise was, in my mind, I was picturing, the female entrepreneur, or, the CEO, or even the mom boss of the household who just needed a pick me up and somewhat of a confidence boost. Sometimes we're not necessarily all that jazzed about having to get to our to-do list.
No.
And so this is the Rise the Fuck Up, energize yourself, and the bottle says, and stand in your fucking power. So that was behind that one. And actually some people think it is. It wakes you up for sure.
It totally wakes you up, and I love the energy behind it, and I love the energy behind everything that you do, because it's so moms helping moms, like having been through something, and it's just a good way to lend that helpful hand to other women, because you're right. When I'm working, or when I'm just, trying to get out of bed, like sometimes I need help. It doesn't matter if it's work or not. I need to rise the fuck up, or I need to calm the fuck down. And I use my calm the fuck down more than the go the fuck to sleep on the kids' room. So I actually spray this on their beds.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They can be used on you, on your pillows, in your room, in your office space, around your kids, around your dogs, all of those things.
And it's helpful because like sometimes you just need that remembrance of just being calm, even before anything else. Like, oh, there's something physical telling me, okay, it's going to be okay.
Yeah. It's about having a ritual too. So, whether it's part of your morning routine or your night routine, you can incorporate it into whatever it is that you do. But yes, the idea behind TheraHappy is creating a ritual that helps you be, your most optimal self, as far as being more calm and happy, and being able to accomplish all the things that we do as women, and just kind of kick ass. And like you said, it's a women supporting women company, and it is. And 10% of the proceeds at the end of the year do go to local women's organizations right now. And right now, it's an organization in San Luis Obispo, California, called Stand Strong Now, which is one of my favorite local organizations. And in March, just this last March, last month, I did a drive for them. So raising 10% of the sales went to them, and so that was nice. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that each month, or is it just an annual thing? But that is something I will definitely incorporate into the business, because when it comes to supporting women, we definitely do give a lot of fucks about that.
We do give a lot of fucks about that, and we need to give a lot of fucks, because we're not alone. None of us are alone. And
right.
Sometimes, you just need a friend to say, I've been through it, or I haven't been through it, but I'll listen to you as you go through it. And, spray yourself, talk your shit out, and let's do this. So, and that's what you've been for me for so many years.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're a smart cookie.
I've read a lot. I like to do the reading.
You're good. You got it going on. You got something going on up there. So happy.
Yeah.
Well, Nat, thank you so much for enlightening us and just giving me your time to talk about all of these wonderful things,
Of course.
and for teaching me so much. So
Thanks for having me. Super
yeah,
excited for you.
thank you. So just know the light in me honors the light in you, and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.